I can't believe this game exists. I can't believe Necrodancer's gameplay works so well in the world of Hyrule. I can't believe that staples of Zelda fit so seamlessly into Necrodancer. And I cannot believe that Nintendo let an indie studio make a Legend of Zelda game. Yet here we are, and Cadence of Hyrule is a banger. Where do I even start? For any of you who are out of the loop, this is Cadence of Hyrule, a crossover between The Legend of Zelda, which needs no introduction, and Crypt of the Necrodancer, a randomly generated, rhythm-based, and agonizingly difficult roguelike. If there's any one thing you should know about Cadence of Hyrule, is that this game goes hard. It's one of those games like Tetris where once you start feeling yourself, once you really get into it, you get to this point where you're not even thinking about the game. And that's when the magic happens. Now what's a Zelda game without banger tunes? Danny Baranowski's soundtrack is half the reason it feels so good to play. All of the tracks are remixes of Zelda classics. You got The Lost Woods. You got The Windmill Hut. You got The Dark World. The other half that makes this game so satisfying is the art, and I'm sure you've noticed that it's real goddamn pretty. It gives me Link to the Past vibes, but there's so much detail packed into every screen. The environment casts shadows, clouds sweep over the landscape, flowers groove into the beat. The checkerboard pattern surrounding your character doesn't just look gnarly, it also helps you visualize the tiles around you. And all the animations are bursting with character. You got goofy ass moblins hopping around, sly dog wolf folks, knights that are just pissed off at your very existence. But Poes are the enemies after my own heart. Swinging around, having a jolly time haunting a cool swamp. And I love the sway each of the protagonists have if they're standing still, and the map icons bob their little heads. 50% banger tracks, 50% gorgeous art. And the third half that makes this game feel so darn great to play is the gameplay. Attacking and movement is handled by the D-pad, and key items are bound to the face buttons. Got it? Easy enough? No, this game is hard. Especially if you've never played Necrodancer before. Both you and your enemies move and attack on each beat, so it's all about positioning yourself so you won't get hit, but have an opportunity to land your own attack, which seems easy until you realize you have to plan all of this out in between every beat, until you find some items, unlock new weapons, and fill out your heart containers. Then, instead of strategic maneuvers and quick thinking, you can get away with tanking a few hits and playing really sloppy, which really isn't helped by the open structure. You can go to any temple in any order, so they're all about the same difficulty. It seems like enemy HP rises with every consecutive temple completed, but it's really not a large enough difficulty increase to compensate. The two exceptions of this ass-backwards difficulty curve are 1. The bosses, which are amazing and each took me multiple attempts to learn their patterns, their attacks, and when not to attack. They're easily the high point of the game. The second exception is the fifth and final area, Hyrule Castle. It's by far the longest dungeon in the game. 3 grueling floors of combat, and you got limited resources to finish it off. It's awesome. But regardless of difficulty, the combat portions of temples end up feeling a lot less polished than the overworld, because they're all randomly generated. The world is full of unique art, and every screen is deliberately designed, so it ends up feeling jarring going from the consistency only a level designer can create to the jumbled mess that only a random generator can concoct. But that should be a point towards the quality of the overworld, not against randomly generated caves. It feels distinctly like a handheld Zelda. Everything is split into screen-sized chunks, intricately detailed, and every screen has a noteworthy feature, making everyone feel unique from the last. I enjoyed Cadence of Hyrule. I really liked it. If you're a fan of anything Zelda, Necrodancer, roguelite, or even just dig games with unique combat, this is a must play. Also, this game is like crazy short. Hello, this is Cad Fog, going off script, something I should never do. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate a little like, Little subscribe action going on. I'm not gonna force you, but I do have a family I need to support, so if they die, it's kind of on you for not subscribing. If you dig The Legend of Zelda in general, or just need a little bit more CAD fog in your life, feel free to check out my Ocarina of Time review I did a few weeks back. I worked really hard on it. I love you.